Hey guys, welcome to episode 4. Oh, you can hear voice chat? Wait, what? Like, oh, I know why. I know why. There we go. There, it is fixed now. Anyways, sorry about that. I appreciate you for telling me that, because now I know. So last time our group of adventurers, worked on getting the inn rebuilt, or worked on getting the tavern rebuilt a little bit. They worked on getting furniture. They also met with a few different groups. One group had them travel into the mountains for the purpose of finding a monk kind of resided up in the mountains near the city. Getting some information from him and returning to her. That was Miss, what is her name? Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. That will not help me with her name. Boop. Why am I forgetting her name all of a sudden?
Varys?
Vajra.
Vaj.
Yeah.
I have so many people written down from last
Vajra and Vajra Shafar. Then they also met with there's so many notes. You did get a small message from the Emerald Enclave 2 episodes ago about coming to speak with them. You also got a message from there's one other group. Which one was it? Oh, you got the paper bird from the you got the paper bird that's in the window. That told you to meet in 2 days' time at the Light Singer Theater in the Sea Ward during an opera to meet Mert.
Mm-hmm.
You guys did meet with Yagra as well for the bodyguard mission, where they have you being a bodyguard of a half-drunk sailor, which we'll get to that soon. And there was one more. What was the other one? There's another guard mission as well. I'm trying to remember which one that is. I had all these factions open.
Guard and a morning guard.
Yeah, there's 2 guards. There's the one with Yagra is the evening one.
Yeah, the nighttime one is to try and clear out the other people.
Yep. I'm trying to remember which group it was that had the morning guard. Was it this one? Nope.
That was from my contact, Jester Silvermane.
Yes.
And we're guarding some street sweepers.
Yes. I'm just trying to figure out which... It's in one of my tabs here, I swear. There we go. Yeah, you have a morning guard mission as well to guard some city sweepers as they go through and clean the town. Also, similarly, at the exact same inn that you're meeting for your night guard mission. So, you guys have gotten your rested sleep and are waking up early to, I'm guessing are waking up early to make your way to the guard mission. Because it starts at 6 bells in the morning, aka 6 a.m.
Yeah, I'm gonna be working.
Is that this
early.
morning? That's when we have to wake up?
Yep. This is the first morning for it.
Right. Berzdeka wakes up early, gets prepared, figures out his spells.
Here's random street children in the streets playing and yelling.
Well, they wake me up and I'm gonna go start cooking breakfast.
All right, you can do that. Make your way downstairs.
If I burn bread, I'm throwing it at the children.
You make your way downstairs and start to cook your breakfast. Go ahead and roll that survival check.
Wee.
While she's cooking breakfast, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
good.
cast.
It's functional.
5 a.m. breakfast.
So, while she's cooking breakfast, I'm gonna cast Druidcraft to see what the weather's like today.
Sure. Looking over the weather, it seems to be a relatively normal day for Waterdeep. You're looking at a relatively hot day, as it is the summer. But apart from that, you are looking at foggy in the morning and then fading into a clear sky, couple clouds.
Okay, good to know.
Burzduck is enjoying a smoke of his pipe while he's waiting for breakfast.
You make your way down, waiting for breakfast. As Illyria cooking breakfast, it smells pretty good. Nothing's burned. Smells well cooked, well prepared. Again, not the best food you've ever eaten in your life, but definitely far from the worst. It's something you'd be happy to pay for at a tavern.
I found a cookie in the kitchen and I'm eating it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when Burzduck makes it down to the bar, collects a plate, takes a bite, waves his hand over it.
You want to? Are you trying to clean it?
No, actually, I'm making it taste better.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It's not impressive, but like not as bad as last time.
I mean, to be honest, using the magic to make it taste better didn't really change the taste that much.
That's fine.
Prestidigitation can only do so
becoming
much.
But it does say flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material, so
Yeah, but I mean, you're changing the flavor to something that's not worse, if that makes sense. Like, because you're creating it to the point where it removes some of the flavor, not really as much as adding it, if that makes sense. Either way, you add flavor to your food.
He's doing it almost as a sense of habit at this point, I think.
That's fair. So you all make your way down and have your breakfast. Is there anything anyone else is doing special?
After Heath finishes his breakfast, he's just gonna go up to the rats, toss a loaf of bread or 2, and head back down.
Alright. You can easily do that. You toss the bread in and then start to make your way outside the door, and as you turn around you realize that there's no bread there anymore.
Oh, how cute. They're so hungry. They're so starved. They gotta
All
keep
of the
feeding
rats
them.
as well are seemingly slowly gaining weight.
Heath doesn't notice this. He's just popping in and out. He doesn't really look at them anymore.
Yeah. What is it? The rest of you guys? Anything else? Anyone's doing special?
I'm just trying not to burn the house down yet.
Fair enough. Alright, so at that, you guys do start to make your way through the city of Waterdeep. You do know that the dock ward is on the other side of the city from you all. Here, I'll go ahead and pull the map for now. The dock ward is on the other side of the city, so you do have to travel quite a ways to actually get to your location. Probably about 30 minutes walk. So you guys set out with enough time though, with little issue, and make your way over to the it is the Mulskull Tavern.
Yep.
As you arrive, you do not see your contact there. However, you do see some men kind of waiting outside the tavern, sweeping and cleaning equipment into a small cart with them, most likely to drag around to kind of collect garbage and anything like that. Oi, good morning.
Morning.
Are you all the lot that's supposed to be looking after us?
Yeah.
Right?
Alright, well, we'll be making our way up the street that way, and after that we'll make our way basically around the circle and come back to the tavern, and we'll be done for the day. Shouldn't take too long, probably about 6 or 7 hours.
All right.
Not too long.
Seems fair.
As they start their work, they work relatively quickly. They're pretty thorough as well. In their work, they're looking through alleyways. You watch as sometimes they walk into corners and collect broken boxes, what could be from someone's property, but again, it's a broken box. Who's really gonna ask where it went? And go ahead and everyone, as you guys are watching and looking out, go ahead and give me perception checks. Get all those really high rolls.
Wow.
Great.
We're so good.
As you guys are making your way through the streets, watching over them, you find a little issue. The occasional drunk sailor who walks by, possibly just getting in off the sea or having a day off from his long-ish job that's out on the oceans. Nothing that seems to be any sort of trouble, though, comes your way as you guys go go the entire time, and there's no issue. They make their way through the streets, cleaning up. You guys clean up all the way from Ship Street, kind of all the way down to the dock, around Dock Street a little bit, and then kind of back up around Snail Street, and then back around to the tavern. As you guys arrive, they have a pretty full cart of broken boxes, garbage. When they hit Dock Street, it's pretty common for some of the ships to kind of bring in some of their extra stuff that they're getting rid of as well. They kind of come by and dump it in the cart as well as they continue on their way. As you guys finish up for the day for your guard duty.
What did we get paid for that?
It's 15 gold per person per hour.
What?
It's not per hour, it's per day.
Per day. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
The 15 gold per
15
day.
gold per day
Still,
per
that's still
person.
good.
Yeah.
But we don't get paid till the end.
A week.
Yeah.
Still. Okay.
It's for 10 days.
Why are they only cleaning the things for 10 days?
That's how long the guard duty is.
That's how long your contract was.
Sure. Okay.
So, you guys make your way through without issue. You make your way to about at this point it's about noon.
Okay.
So what is there anything else you guys would like to do with the rest of your day? You all have some gold that should be on your way. Don't have it yet though.
So we have guard duty tonight.
No, we have the thing tonight.
I thought that was tomorrow night.
No, you have the guard duty tonight, and then
Yeah, it was 2 days
the next night is
Oh.
the next night is the opera.
Okay.
Okay.
But I have my fancy clothes that I spent way too much money on.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
What's wrong with your fancy clothes that you spent way too much money on? It's
I like
fine.
fancy.
So, anything else you guys do during the rest of the day? Thing you go check out, work on the tavern, or anything like that?
We cleaned the
Um,
basement, right?
Yeah, I want to
Yeah, I
go
think so.
see about purchasing or how much it would be to get alcohol the license to.
Sure. No problem. Let me go ahead and pull that up. So, go ahead and give me a, let me think. I just realized there's 2 burst ducks on the map, so I'm gonna delete one.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me a investigation check. All right. So, it takes you about an hour. You kind of have to ask around a couple places, and eventually you are introduced to, or you're told about a place called the Fellowship of Innkeepers. which is it's a local guild that runs all the inns in town. You're told to head to the location, which is in the North Ward. It is in between it's in between a couple of the inns and taverns in the North Ward. You make your way there. As you walk in, you're greeted by it's a relatively smaller building. It's kind of like, it's more like an office than anything else. It does have, inside as you walk in, you do see some brewing supplies, a couple of barrels of what looks like different makes from around the city. As you make your way in, you do find a small halfling standing behind the desk as well. As you walk in, oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, afternoon at this point.
Yeah.
How can I help you today?
So my group, we recently purchased the Troll Skull Tavern.
Oh, that old
And
thing. It hasn't been open for a long time.
Yeah, we're working on fixing it up, and we're just trying to get pricing on things that we're gonna need. Like ale and all of that fun stuff, as well as the licensing that we may need.
Well, certainly, I can do that for you. Let me see what our current pricing is for everything. He kind of pulls up a relatively large tome. It's pretty hefty as he kind of places it onto it and starts flipping through the pages. Well, at the moment, it looks like the license for running a tavern in the city is 100 gold. If you won't be making your own ale as well, he can give you contacts for the different beer makers in the city, as well as butchers and all of that. Total cost after the licensing and contracts that we provide is around 250 gold.
Okay.
And that will be paid up front. And then, of course, again, that's the contracts for all of the different butchers and everything like that, and all the food. And of course, after that, you'll have, regular expenses just for paying for the stuff as well.
Yeah. Perfect.
And if you're interested in that, then you can just bring the 250 gold here, and we'll get you in contact with Hammond and Rask and all of those people.
Okay.
This
Alright.
does also provide, I will say that joining the guild also does provide protection for your tavern is another thing we offer. We do have one of the mages in the city is kind of looks over some of the taverns, as they do bring in a lot of people, and so they're common places for people to show up of business, so.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Of course. And if you need anything else, just let me know. Oh, sorry, my name is Boxley, by the way.
Azra.
Lovely to meet you.
Alright, that's all I needed.
Great. As you make your way out, you watch as he closes the book and starts everything out. Go ahead and give me a perception check as well as you leave. All right. You hear him muttering something under his breath as you make your way out.
Okay.
As you make your way back. What are the rest
What
of you guys
place was
doing?
That was...
Fellowship of
The
Innkeepers.
Fellowship Yeah.
Oh. I don't have any plans.
Anyone else have any plans for the day?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the druid book and head to the bookstore.
All right. You can do that. You make your way down the street after you make your way home to. I know this shop has a name. I don't know. Find it in a second. The Bookworm's Treasure. As you walk in, you see the similar visage of the short golden dragonborn. Oh, good afternoon. Can I help you?
Good afternoon. I'm just coming back to say that I've opened the book he sold me, and I take it out, cast Druidcraft to remove the vines, and open it and show it to him.
This is quite interesting. I was pretty sure that something like this could happen, but I'm not exactly a practitioner of the nature-based magic, so it was a little bit outside of my wheelhouse.
Yeah, this kind of book is specific to druids and those of our craft. So I was wondering if you could help me decipher this last half of the book. I flip over to the pages where I can't read anything.
Right? Sure. You flip open the pages. He kind of he pulls out a small pair of small pair of glasses and starts to look over them. Well, this appears to be some sort of ancient Sylvan.
Sylvan?
It's a very ancient form. It's something that's not really used as much today. They transferred their script about 2,000 years ago into what they write today.
Wow, how interesting. It's interesting.
What do you need translated from it? It would take me a little bit of time, but I could possibly do that.
I was just wondering if you could read it at all, because I can't. When my friend translates it with her eyes, it comes out as gibberish. So I was just wondering if when you translate it, it comes out as gibberish as well.
Oh, let me see it for a moment. He watches he pulls out a book beside him as well, and chants a couple of words. As you've heard wizards cast before, as he casts comprehend language, he watches his eyes light up for a short period of time as he looks over it. Oh, this is interesting.
Interesting how?
Well, it appears that whoever wrote this book not only wrote it as in a language that few people speak these days, but, well, few people know how to read these days, but on top of it, it is exactly as your friend has said, it's gibberish. I would suggest it's most likely some sort of cipher.
Okay, alright.
I'm not really a practitioner of deciphering ciphers, but I know some people who are. Finding someone with both the skill set to open the book, though, and be able to decipher the ciphers, quite perplexing. That's a bit of an odd combination.
Okay. Do you know anybody? Like, you specifically know anybody who would be able to crack a cipher like this?
I do know one or two people who could possibly crack the cipher. However, the ones that I do know would not be able to open the book. So, if I put them in contact with you, there's a chance that they could look over your shoulder and work on deciphering it, but it would take some time. You're looking at probably, I'm not really an expert on it, but depending on how complex it is, possibly 20 to 30 hours to decipher some of it. But the secrets that it holds could be worth it. I mean, there's usually not a reason for you to be so secretive about something unless it's worth being secretive about.
Yeah. So, what are the names of the people who could solve the cipher?
One of them is, his name is Victor. What is his last name again? Victor Short. I believe it's Short Hair. He's a bit of a weird person, but I could possibly get in contact with him if you wish to get in contact with him. He's a halfling, as it were. The other one is a tiefling by the name of where's my words? There they are. Ashlar Greymane.
So, Victor Shorthand and Ashlar
Short hair.
Greyman? Short hair?
Mhm.
Okay.
Hair is in the animal too, not hair is in the hair is in the animal, not hair is in the hair.
Gotcha. Okay, alright, this is great. I would love to be put in contact with either of these people.
Certainly, I'll reach out to them and see if one of them can stop by the tavern when they get a chance.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much.
Of course. Have a wonderful day. If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Okay, good day to you too. And I head out the door.
All right. Anything else the rest of you guys want to do?
Let's see. Just for clarification, we got done at about noonish. And when's the next job at start?
Oh no, that's the wrong one. It's this one. You'd say around nightfall. So you're looking at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. range.
Okay. Do we know how long that one's gonna run?
You do not.
Yeah, so I'm taking a nap.
I'm taking a nap.
Burzduck's taking a nap.
All right.
It's nap time.
You guys hit about probably after business and getting everything sorted. If you guys just wanted to go straight to bed for a nap, you could have taken one probably around 12:30 when you would have gotten back. You guys who are doing business, it probably would have taken you. For Heath, not too long. For Astra, probably about an hour.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys can pretty easily take a nap.
Nap time.
You guys rest up and get ready for the evening. So, yeah, you guys can. Is there anything else you guys want to do after your naps before heading out to the dock again?
I had something, but I don't think I'll have time for it.
You can ask.
No. Like, the character is pretty sure he doesn't have time to devote to it until he knows exactly how long he's going to be doing this night guard duty.
Alright, fair enough.
So instead of a nap, he's just gonna be reading over the druidic parts of the book.
Yeah, no problem. Reading over the druidic parts of the book. It goes into a lot of details about some of the histories of druids, the histories of spells, talking about different ways to use magic naturally. It goes into a lot of it's mostly stuff you as your character already knows, kind of, but it's kind of more elaborate stuff about it as well, if that makes sense. It's talking about the intricacies of nature-based magics, as well as some of the histories behind it. Anyone else doing anything special?
instead of napping, Silas might just spend the entire time cleaning.
Sure.
He worked on a farm, so like he doesn't feel too tired after like the work, so he'll probably like double check the basement, maybe work on the like kitchen area, and then if he has any time, he'll like maybe tidy up his room a bit.
Yeah, sure. You get your room significantly in better shape. You get some of the little things touched up. Without supplies, you can't really get a lot of it fixed, but you at least get it touched up, get all the dust off of it. The tavern at this point downstairs is looking pretty clean. From the aspect of just cleanliness-wise. The big problem is the holes in the floor and leftover broken tables, anything like that. Which you guys already cleaned out the broken tables. So most of the problem at this point is just kind of the general well-being of everything is not exactly up to par with where it needs to be. As well as apart from the beds in your rooms, you guys' beds are relatively bare.
Well,
I think we're still waiting on the delivery of those, or did we already get them?
No, you already
We
got
have
your
our
beds. You're
Well,
waiting
sheets,
on
whatever sheets we bought.
Yeah, you guys are waiting. You got mattresses, beds, and that stuff. You are waiting on tables, is what's currently being made.
And chairs.
Yep, tables and chairs.
And then I think we also might have contracted him to do the floors.
I think we just got a price, right?
Something, yeah.
He said he
Yeah.
needed to come by and look at everything to give you the
Yeah.
price.
Yeah.
For
that
a
was-
price, but he said he could do like
He'd
he
come
could fix
by when you
them,
finish
or
the
like by the sounds of it, redo the entire floor like it had done.
Yeah, he'd have to do everything.
And then I said, well, what if we like the hole and all that.
I believe there was some discussion of creating a fireman's pole.
Yes, there was out of wood, which we decided
wood.
was probably a bad idea. But we could do it out of metal.
Yeah.
Believe there's
If we
a pin
really
in
want
that.
Before the other people wake up, could I maybe check the book that we used to communicate with our cleaner guy?
Fuck, what was his name?
Lif.
That.
Yes.
Yep. There's currently nothing written in it. You have seen him going throughout the day, though, kind of cleaning the general tavern of what he can, sweeping under chairs, stuff like that.
Okay.
You have noticed general cleaning happening.
Oh, didn't we also talk to the carpenter dude about a couch?
3.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Okay.
I
long
think he
as-
said he could build the frame, but we'd have to get someone to upholster it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's assuming if we want it, not just a wooden bench as a couch.
Yep.
Cool.
So, if you guys are not doing anything else, are you guys just making your way through the docks then?
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys make your way. You were given the contact's name of the person's name is Heldar, who is a half-elven sailor. As you do meet him, he's actually inside the bar as you guys make your way inside. The Moleskull Tavern is decently packed. It's probably one of the more diverse taverns, being as where it is since it's right next to the docks. It gets many of the same faces, but at very different periods of time. So it's a relatively diverse tavern, and who's actually there. And you do actually meet the half-elven gentleman named Heldar. As he sees you all walk in, you see him kind of off a little bit towards the actual bar itself, and he waves you over.
Okay, so we're doing guard, or we're tailing?
You were told that you need to tail him.
Tail. Okay. Is that quite okay?
Tail him and keep him safe was the job that you were given. So, it seems that you all are going to be my protection for this evening.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yep.
Excellent. That will make the walk home that much better. My name is Heldar, by the way. It's lovely to meet all of you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Larry.
Burzduck.
It's a pleasure, Silas.
Azra.
Excellent. Well, I don't want to be seen talking to you for too long, but I felt like I should introduce myself as you didn't know who I was, and I was made aware of your interesting group of individuals that would be coming here. So, I'm going to be leaving in like an hour or so. I have a few drinks to put down, and then I'll be ready to go. Just do whatever you gotta do.
I order a beer.
Looking in front of him as well, there's about 7 or 8 glasses there.
I'm not gonna drink that much, but I'm definitely gonna have at least
And-
one.
And all of them are empty, to clarify as well.
I'm proud of
Except
him.
for the one he's drinking. So, I need everyone who's in... What is... Actually, where is everyone setting up inside the tavern? Are you guys just grabbing a table together?
Where is he?
He's actually at the bar.
I am gonna take a note from him and say maybe we should all be seen together, and I'm gonna sit at the bar by myself.
Great.
I'm gonna sit in a corner.
Great. You
Yeah,
can
I'll
find a
choose
corner
a-
table.
I'll choose a table that has a good view of the exit,
Sure, you can find one of those.
and we have to let him know that we're not gonna be able to talk to him tomorrow, right? Or like tell him because we have the
Yeah.
other thing. So I'll like try to bring it up. By the way, we're not gonna be able to see you tomorrow. So whatever you have going on, maybe take a break for a day.
I'll drink it home then.
Sounds good. And in future preparations, how can we get a hold of you and let you know that we won't be able to make it if such a thing arises?
Well, as long as we get to my house, we can have conversations. Then it's just, not immediately
Okay.
at the bar as much and not in the streets. It's better to be a
Sounds
little
good.
bit inconspicuous when people are looking for you.
Very understandable. And I'll order a drink and I'll go sit at my table.
Sure. So, you guys sip on your drinks and go to all your spots. Trying to stay relatively inconspicuous. Go ahead and, just for fun. Everyone give me a stealth check. More of a blend check, but we'll go with the stealth check because it's fun.
I'm gonna be outside, like sitting on the near the door.
Alright. Yeah, that's not a problem. Yep.
Can I also be keeping an eye on people inside, like who all's there, just in case we see them again later?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So all of you guys kind of take your respective positions. Burstuck with a battle axe and scale mail, you do stand out a little bit in the crowd, but the rest of you guys pretty easily kind of blend in a little bit with your surroundings.
I also
kind
send Quill up to the rafters.
Yeah, you can do that. About 45 minutes pass before you see Heldar stand up as he leaves a couple silver behind on the tavern behind him, or bar behind him, and starts to make his way out. All of you guys, as you guys are keeping an eye on him, it's not very hard to see that he is standing up and walking out of the building. As he makes his way outside, what do you guys do?
I put a couple silver on the bar table in front of me, and I take about like the last sip and a half and just dump it on my shirt instead of in my mouth.
All right, fair enough.
And I intend to walk through the streets looking slightly inebriated.
You purposely spill a little bit of alcohol on your shirt and start to
Start
follow out.
making
Do you
my
guys
way,
do you guys
yeah.
follow out as soon as he leaves, or do you wait a short period of time?
I'm
I
gonna
want
wait
to be
a
at
little
least right
bit.
on his butt. I don't
I
want to be
wanna-
alone.
Alright, that's fine.
I want to wait a little bit to see if anyone else follows.
Yeah, I'll wait about 30 seconds. And could I roll something to like see if there are people watching him leave? Like, does anybody take specific notice to it?
Sure. Make a perception check. Just kind of looking around. There's a fair amount of people in the bar. It's hard to keep track on everyone when he left. But looking over him, a couple people noticed that he left. The bartender noticed that he dropped some silver on the bar. No one really stands out as being like overly paying attention. Like there's occasional people who notice he leaves, but they don't look like they're following him as much as just kind of looking around at what's going on around them.
Okay. I'll wait like 30 seconds. I'll try to be like maybe 30 to a full minute behind him.
Great. You guys,
Seems-
how many of you guys are traveling as a group still? I know Illyri said that she's kind of going off on her own ahead. What about the rest of you guys?
So I'm already outside.
Mhm.
Once passes me, I'm gonna take a look around me to see if there are any alleys I can duck into.
All right, sure. It is the dark of night. You have a little issue finding alleyways that you can kind of duck into.
Would it be possible to climb the buildings? On top of the buildings, in the alley I'm in?
Sure. So, trying to think of how to do this. Give me an investigation check just to see if you can kind of find what you're looking for from the aspect of an alleyway that has a location where you could get onto a building with relative ease.
Okay.
All right. Looking around, you don't find anything that looks super like that detail-wise. I mean, you find buildings that you could possibly make your way onto the roof of. It would be about a 20-foot climb to get onto the roof of some of the buildings, though.
Okay, are there like any spots where a cat could jump onto?
A cat, possibly. There's places. For something that's as small as a cat, yeah, there's places where it could find purchase and make its way up to a roof.
Yeah, I'm gonna wild shape into a cat and start climbing.
Sure. You wild shape into a cat, and this making your form a lot smaller. You have little issue between windowsills and everything like that. Making your way up. Go ahead and just give me a You don't have access to a cat. I just realized. Let me look at what a cat's. Just give me a d20, a general d20. This is just for acrobatics to get onto roofs. Yeah, with the cat's natural dexterity and everything else, you have very little issue, kind of leaping from place to place to make your way up. Walking along the tops of the roofs. You have places where you'll have to jump between roofs, but most of the roofs in the city are relatively close together. And if not, then it's kind of a street that goes down, so you'll have to climb down from the roof and make your way back up. But yeah, you can do that. You do have advantage on perception checks that rely on smell as well, so keep that in mind.
Burzduck mentally sends Quill out shortly after.
Sure.
But then he'll be following probably about like 30 seconds or so after the bird leaves.
Sure. You tell your bird when the person leaves, go ahead and fly out after them and keep a distance kind of situation. You can follow suit. Are any of you guys traveling together, or all of you guys separate? I think that is everyone separate.
I think we're all separate, yeah.
What I was gonna say, I didn't know what else I was planning. I know Burzduck's plan was to get out there, get a bit of a distance away, and look to see if he could locate any of the party members to join up with them.
Since I was gonna be one of the last to leave, I'll end up joining Burzduck.
All right, you can do that.
I just wanted to keep an eye on. I already forgot his name. But I just wanted to keep
Heldar.
I just wanted to be a tail
Yeah.
on him at the immediate, at least, just so he's not immediately jumped. Well, I also don't think we know where we're going entirely.
So, go ahead and give me as you're the closest person to him, go ahead and give me two things. You can either do a deception check or a performance check for pretending to be drunk. Just to see how conspicuous you are.
Okay, those are equal for me.
Whatever you want.
Well, all right, we'll do this one.
Great. And then just give me a perception check as you're tailing him. You don't have an issue following him through the town, as there's not too many people at night, and most of the people at night that you do see are walking in groups. Being as this town is quite prevalent with gang violence and all of that, many of the dock workers and many of the sailors do walk in groups. Groups of 4 or 5 people, sometimes less than that. So it's not too conspicuous if you're walking in a group or by yourself. But yeah, you don't have an issue. You have very little issue. You feel like you're pulling off acting drunk relatively well. You have a fair bit of practice at being drunk, so turning off your brain makes it pretty easy to fake it as well. As you're following around, we'll go to the rest of the group. See what they see first. So, the rest of you guys, follow out a little bit afterwards. Go ahead and give me perception checks.
Ooh.
And Burstuck, you can also give me one for the crow as well.
I don't know what his bonus is.
Let me check. Crow.
Cats.
Oh, did I
Is
not
that
give you? Did I not
three?
give you the crow
So-
character sheet?
Oh,
Or
wait,
even character
you
sheet?
probably did. You probably did. Hold on.
Yeah. He's got a +3 to perception rolls, though. Yeah, and the
cat.
cat.
have
So
a
the cat
+3.
keeps your perception. So anything
Oh, okay.
when you wild shape, anything that's a mental stat, so intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, is your stat. It's just the physical stat, so the constitution, strength, and dexterity that you roll with for theirs. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, with an 18, you're more than fine. So yeah, you guys, Illyri, the crow, and Heath, you guys have very little issues following your contact and following where he's going. Ezra and Burstuck, you get a little bit lost, but Burstuck, you can see your crow, and so that helps you kind of keep track of where you're supposed to be going. Silas, being by yourself, you do get a little bit lost, and end up kind of even though you left a little bit before some of the people, you kind of end up finding Burstuck and Azra trailing a little bit further behind than you were, trying to find out where you're supposed to be going. So you kind of end up getting grouped with them. Illyri, as you're the closest one to him, you do notice out of the corner of your eye, there's kind of a cloaked figure on his path a little ways ahead of him, with a dagger drawn. However, upon looking around, you watch as he kind of ends up ducking into a corridor ahead of him. And as you kind of keep up your facade and make your way to him, you watch as he gets in line with this doorway. And as you kind of go to make sure that nothing's going to happen to him, the tension builds and he walks past. Nothing seems to happen as he keeps on making his way past.
I'm gonna take a mental note of like that alley in the street and like where we're at, so we can check it out in the daytime if we want, or keep an eye for it to be maybe a frequent spot.
Yeah, you can certainly do that. As you guys finish up your watch, you keep following him. It takes about 20 minutes for him to get back to his home. Where you guys all group back up at his house as he's kind of waiting for your whole party to show up. As you guys all arrive. Well, that was interesting. I didn't see anything, but I can't trust my eyesight right now.
There was definitely a spoopy dude with a dagger for a little bit, but nothing happened.
So, it's good that I didn't know he was there, because I didn't give it away.
Uh-huh.
So, you all said you can't meet me tomorrow night, so I will see you tomorrow night at the tavern.
The
If
day after tomorrow.
that's true. Yes, you can either make your way inside again, or if only one of you wants to come inside and the rest want to wait outside, that's fine. Upon one of you all arriving, I will take my signal to at some point inconspicuously leave, and have you all follow me. We can talk whenever we get back to this place. This is my home. It's far enough away from the bar that I don't think anyone's gonna follow me this far. There hasn't been any attacks around here as far as I'm aware of, so I will bid you adieu and hope you all have a lovely night and stay safe. And I'm gonna go sleep it off before work in the morning.
Drink water. And I start walking out.
I'll certainly do that. You watch as he
does.
takes his as you look at his hand, he's carrying a mug of ale still, and walks into his building.
Although I don't believe he's gonna go to work tomorrow. I'm proud of it.
To clarify, this probably took you guys about between everything, probably about 2 hours. Between
So it's
waiting
about
at the
10 o'clock.
bar and walking the distance and everything.
So it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock right now.
It's like 11 o'clock right now.
Okay.
Okay, so we
How
have
far
to
are we from home?
About 30
about a
minutes.
a 30-minute walk.
Yeah.
30 minutes. Okay. Well, we
It
can
could
go to bed.
it could be 15 if you ran.
I don't think we want
What I'm
to
looking at
run.
here is we're not going to have a full 8 hours of rest in between the 2 guard jobs.
Could be. We need at least.
I mean, that being said, you could theoretically take a rest during the day as well. So keep that in mind.
Like
Do
rest
naps
in
help?
between the jobs.
Well, I feel nap.
Because a long rest just has to be 8 consecutive hours of doing very, very little or sleeping. So theoretically, as long as you're still sleeping, even if it's not a part of a long rest, you won't have points of exhaustion. So
Okay.
We just don't get the benefits of a long rest.
no, you'll have time to get, like, theoretically, you guys would have time to get a long rest during the day, as long as you're not doing a large amount of work. And then as long as you're still sleeping in the evening, even if it's not 8 hours straight, you would still
Gotcha.
get the benefits of a long rest overall in the day. And you still would not get points of exhaustion for not taking long rests or not sleeping.
Cool.
Okay. So, well, what that means is what Burzduck was thinking about trying to do with his daytime free time is probably not going to work out because that would involve a lot of labor.
It's up to you what you guys want to do with it.
Well, he was
Um,
wanting to see if maybe he could pick up some extra work, like working in a smithy, just to keep his skills sharp.
We have only 10 days of the day of the morning one, and then this
Mhm.
evening one is kind of just until something happens.
Mm-hmm.
So TBD.
All right. Well,
What time
I
is the
figured.
play tomorrow?
The play is at...
Or the opera, whatever it is.
Yep. Let me find that one. God damn it. One of the ones I closed. Free! That's this one, right? Yes. The play was at. You were given a. It would be happening at night. I would probably say around 7-ish. It would be. You guys were given tickets to the opera, so you would have the time and location of it.
Ah, cool.
And it's in the Castle Ward, which is west of where your house is.
Yeah, I remember us trying to look for it on the map. Okay.
Yep. I looked for it on the map. It just doesn't exist on the map.
Fair enough.
So, what do the rest of you guys doing?
I go home, go up to my attic, in bed.
All right. What are the rest of you? You guys doing anything specific, or just taking a rest for the evening?
Taking a rest for the evening.
All right.
Resting for the evening. Probably doing a little bit of reading on the books that he has, and then getting some rest.
Yeah.
Same.
You guys take a calm evening. Having food, having drink if you wish before it, before taking some reading and heading to bed. Knowing that you have to be awake in short periods of hours to go help out the morning crew as well. So, you all get a full night's rest without any issues. And O'Leary, as you're making your way up to bed, go ahead and give me a perception check.
God damn. My attic's haunted.
Alright. As you're settling down for the evening, about to make your way to bed, you catch a glimmer of something. You couldn't quite make out what it was. It looked like a small humanoid figure across the road from you, on another roof that seemed to be sprinting off. Being as it was dark and they were pretty far away, it was hard to make out any features on them.
I'll keep an eye. I'll try and put a pin on like what roof it was,
Mhm.
and then go to bed.
Happily do
Kind of
that.
at ease that it's not a ghost in there.
Yep. I'm guessing you're locking the shutters though.
No.
No, you're just it's fine.
Just gonna. All right, bye.
Okay. So, rest of you guys settle in for the evening, and it goes uneventful. So, you guys wake up the next day. We're gonna change
5
music.
a.m. Breakfast.
Here we go. So, you guys wake up early morning for breakfast. Get your cooking in, get your food. You can roll your survival check to see how tasty it is or not tasty.
Yeah. And try something special this morning. I don't know what it is, but it'll be special. Yeah, it's okay.
It's adequately as special as yesterday. So yeah, you guys eat your meal for the morning. And settle in. You have about 3 days of food left as well. So, and that's 3 days after today, to clarify. So you technically have, I guess, including today, 4 days of food left. So, anything you guys want to do special in the morning before heading out, or just eat your breakfast and head out?
I'm
Do we have
gonna.
anything at the house that makes coffee?
I mean, you could acquire it.
I'm gonna put that on the way home, and then I'll mention that I saw something on the roof. Not our roof, the other roof.
It's probably some gang member or criminal.
I'm just keeping a note of it, so maybe not when we're coming home tonight, but when we're coming home from the other thing that we did last night, see if we're being followed. I'm gonna try and keep an eye for that.
Sure, you can very much do that.
But I also might do it tonight on my own.
Fair enough. So, you guys make your way to the back to the Mole Skull Tavern early in the morning, finding the workers freshly ready to go. All right, so well, we're gonna start work as soon as we can. Hopefully, we can get done early today.
Why?
Sounds
What's today?
As they start to clean their way through the cities. As you were told before, this is it's an important job because of the unrest that's in the city, but you guys find very little issues looking around. Keeping an eye out, keeping everything that's going on, becoming relatively familiar with these streets, as this is the third time you've watched or walked through them at this point in 2 days. As you guys make your way through the streets, little issue, and they make your way back around. All right, well, that was a good solid day's work. We appreciate the help. And
Give a slight nod.
we'll see you all in the morning.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I want a thing that makes coffee. I had to say this to everybody.
I want a hot bath.
I
Yeah.
want
A
some
tub?
pastries. Let's go to a bakery on our way back. Get some to eat.
Okay.
Do we have a bath?
We have a chair in the
I know.
bathroom.
In your abode, no, you do not have a bath.
You should probably get.
There is a public bath that you can probably go to if you want.
I would like to go.
I'm gonna
That sounds
smell like
nice.
beer.
Bakery
I'm gonna.
first, then bath though.
That sounds fun. I want to make sure that we're all good for the play thing.
I'm fine.
So,
Fine.
you all, if you, as long as you don't do anything too strenuous, you can easily get your long rest that you need for the afternoon. Be
Well,
fully
depending on
rested.
how late the play goes, we might not need it tonight. Because we're not doing the guard duty.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But maybe.
Yeah, no guard duty today. So
But we also still have to get up at 5.
Yep.
So,
I just want a bath and then to go home.
great. Anyone else do anything?
Lily
You gotta
really
grab your
doesn't want a
pastries.
bath, but she's gonna take a.
Yeah, that's fine. Guys, any of you who want to make your way to the bathhouse before the play can do so. You said you wanted to buy pastries.
yep.
Right. You can make your way back to the. You were the one who went to the bakery before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you make your way back there. For pastries, it costs you like 2 silver.
Gotcha.
How much does the bath cost?
The bath like 5 bronze or 5
Oh, thank
copper.
God.
It's not much.
Do they clean my clothes? Do I not smell like beer anymore?
They do not clean your clothes. There's solely a bath. It's not a clean your clothes bath. You could walk into the bath with your clothes on if you wanted to. But
Yes.
it might. I mean, it theoretically would do the job.
We're doing it.
You get some strange looks, but yeah, you
Don't
can
care.
very much do that. So you guys make your way back from the bath, relatively clean. Some of you walking home in wet clothes, but
When
they'll
I get
hang up
home,
and
I'm
dry
gonna take them
eventually.
off. Yeah, and put the fancy clothes on because I need to wear those anyway, and then hang mine out to dry.
So, anything else you all are doing during the day, or just waiting out for the play to start?
I'll be napping.
Sleep.
I'm gonna be feeding the rats some of the pastries.
Sure, you can do that.
How does anyone else wake up before we leave? Like a little bit before we leave?
I'm gonna wake up a little bit early to try to look really nice.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions. Like, can I bring my great axe? Do I need to leave this? Is that weird? What about my bow? What about this hand? Can I hide the hand axe? What?
You can try to hide it. They may not let us in with weapons.
Are there any restrictions on animals though?
Roll, everyone who
We are
wants
not
to have
bringing threats.
questions, roll a history check. It's for fun.
Wait, I don't have questions. I was answering questions.
That's fine.
Hold on.
My history on it's not too good, but I feel like whoever sent us this thing, like, knows that we carry weapons on us, so it probably shouldn't be an issue to bring it with us.
So between the group, you guys pretty easily, you would know that weapons are usually not really accepted. It's pretty okay for some people to carry ceremonial weapons. So like a ceremonial dagger would be fine, or a ceremonial sword. But most people who go to these venues do not carry weapons with them. Animals are also similarly not allowed in unless they're a part of the show.
Well, Leary takes this information, says yes, goes to her room, puts away all of her weapons, and hides a hand axe in her boot / like lower pant leg.
Sure, you can do that.
Would there be a way I can conceal my whip dagger while wearing my dress?
I would say yeah. A whip dagger could. It's a fairly small weapon, so it's pretty easily to. It's pretty easy to conceal.
Okay.
So when you say that it's like mostly just ceremonial stuff, what happens if somebody does show up with something? Will they just confiscate it and give it back after the play is over? Or
Yeah, they would confiscate it at the door, and they would hold it at the front.
Okay. I would just take my weapons with me, and if they ask for them, I would just give them. So I'll just keep my stuff on me.
Sure, you can do that. Anyone else?
Burzduck will choose not to take a weapon.
Okay. So, Void, are you bringing anything? I'm guessing you're bringing your staff.
No, I'm not gonna bring anything.
Okay. So you guys get in your very, very prim and proper clothes, and make your way to the Light Singers Theater. So upon arriving at the door, there are two guards who looking over you. They're kind of there to check tickets and also just like give general look over of people and make sure that no one's getting in with a weapon. Let me go ahead and roll. I will go ahead and roll their d20s to see if they notice any concealed weapons, which they do not.
Yay!
They do, however, Silas, they do, however, ask you to check your weapons at the door. And upon you do see, it does seem to be fairly common for people bringing weapons and checking them at the door. As they give you kind of a ticket system. And they put it in a small lockbox, and you watch as they put all the weapons in there and lock it up, so it seems like it's relatively safe where it is.
Yeah, I won't make any complaints. So
they give you a small wood block with the number 28 on it.
Cool.
So, you guys make your way in for the opera, and let me find different music for this. So don't feel like that's very opera music. I don't think I have very opera-y music.
I listen to the Cash Now commercial.
Sadly no, because that's very copywritten.
It was a meme question, but I had to say it.
No, you're fine. What about this? What does this sound like?
Because that's what's going to be going through my head the entire time we're at the opera.
Yeah, this is fairly custom. So, for all of you, do any of you speak Giant?
Oh,
I
don't.
think I might actually.
This is like the one character that I play that doesn't speak Giant.
Yeah, my character speaks Giant for some
All
reason.
right. So, So, you arrive in the play, and the person speaking a comment at the start of the play kind of introduces you all, sets the setting for the opera. The opera is titled "The Fall of Tiamat" and is the retelling of the defeat of this evil dragon queen. Sung entirely in Giant. So, for anyone who does not speak Giant, it is very pretty. It's very the songs are very melodic. They line up with the orchestra that's playing. The opera singers are doing a very wonderful job. However, if you don't speak Giant, you have no idea what any of them are saying. They do not serve alcohol during the play. You are pretty sure that you probably could get wine during the intermission, possibly. But that is when you have your meeting.
Wine as I can buy with silver.
Okay. As well as drinks are also most likely not allowed in the theater itself. So
I drink them all. I don't care.
Okay. That is also during the time that you're gonna have the intermission is when you have your meeting.
I'm just gonna be down in wine the whole time.
You guys sit and hear the lovely singing in a language that you don't understand. Except for Silas, right?
Burzduck, as soon as he hears that they say, hey, it's going to be sung completely in general, it's like, oh. So he starts ritual casting comprehend languages as soon as he hears that.
Yeah, you can do that. You can ritual cast how long does comprehend language last?
It lasts for an hour.
Okay. You can make it all the way to intermission with an hour.
Then he'll start casting it during intermission. Just
Hey, you're fine. You can do that. So for you all who do actually understand it, it goes in very much to the tale of introducing this very villainous creature, demanding many things of the people, and talks about all of the evils that she commits before it introduces the several of the main characters of this opera and this story. As they make their way through their travels, and they're given this heroic mission to go defeat this dragon who's been lording over them. As the opera starts to wind down, as it gets closer to intermission, there's this great scuffle with some of her guard. As you get into the intermission, the party is slowly being found out that they're in this creature's abode, as Tiamat is introduced into the scene right as it cuts to intermission. What would you guys like to do?
Wine.
Sure. He watches as soon as it ends. Illyria just stands up. Everyone's kind of clapping. Some of them are they're kind of getting up and slowly making their way to intermission, as this half-orc just kind of quickly goes like speed walking by everyone to try to attempt to find a place to purchase wine as quick as possible.
Burzduck finishes up his notes.
Sure.
He's been taking notes on the thing. It's just like I'm listening, paying attention to what they're saying, to just writing down some notes.
Yeah, you can very much do that.
So we're just gonna go look for the people we're supposed to meet at our intermission.
Yeah, we'll start heading towards, I think it was Private Box C.
It is indeed Private Box C.
Yeah, I'll head there after, if I finish up my notes, but yeah.
Yeah, you guys can group up and head over there.
How much wine can I drink in 5 minutes?
It depends on how hard you want to try. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. You down like you basically just she asks for you go up there and you're just like, I need wine, and she starts to hand you a glass, and you just kind of point to the bottle as she like apprehendedly hands you the whole bottle as you just chug the entire thing down.
For the road.
Slam it on the table, and she's like, that'll be 1 gold, please.
I give her 2 gold. Give me another bottle.
Hands you cautiously hands you another bottle, and she's like, enjoy the show as you're walking away.
No, I take the water with me and casually sip as I try and find the rest of the people.
Sure. The rest of you all arriving shortly after the play cuts to intermission. You do meet with a let me look up the details of her. A relatively robust gentleman. As you look at him, he has a relatively fine mustache with a black hat that's slightly bent at the top, blonde hair, long blonde hair. He's not skinny by any stretch of the imagination, but he looks relatively in shape. Despite this, as you look him over, he's wearing relatively. Let me double check this. He's wearing relatively noble looking clothes as he sits in front of you. Welcome, friends. I take it that you got our message.
We did.
Yeah, Larry just kind of mm-hms while she's taking us.
Oh, you're still not there yet.
Oh, okay.
We did get your message.
Well, it's lovely to meet all of you. I've heard rumors that you all are relatively capable individuals, and I just wanted to see for myself. So, I'm actually reaching out in this situation. So I have a bit of a situation actually. A smaller task, but kind of more of a test, as it were. Looking for. Seems a bit of an interesting situation, but we're actually looking for a creature. As a creature that's been working inside of the city for a little bit of a period of time. Tends to hide itself in different forms, usually animals in plain sight. It's some sort of creature that likes to spy on people. And we're looking for this individual. We believe that they're working with the Zenitarium at the moment, and it would be lovely to get any information out of them that we can.
All right.
Okay.
The person goes by the name Maxine, and last we've heard, they've been taking the form of a mare.
Like a horse?
Yes, like a horse. Talking horse as it is, but a horse is the last thing that we've heard.
How are we gonna know which?
Well, it'll be the horse that you can speak with.
So you want us to go to every horse in the city and talk to them? And
Yeah,
if they answer...
Not entirely, but yes, basically that's similarly to what we want you to do. We do have some details on the horse.
Okay.
List out some details of the horse. From what we've been hearing, this horse has been specifically spying for us at the moment, and we need to retrieve information from her on any of the operatives that she's possibly found. Sorry, that was a misreading from the DM, so retcon. My bad.
Oh, okay.
My bad. See if the horse recalls anything that it possibly could see that might connect two and two together. Oh, I apologize as well. Again, my name is Mert, and I actually work with the Harpers, if you know who that is.
I'll make a history check, as I, the player, know who that is.
Did I get there yet?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
you've arrived as he's describing the situation of a talking horse and are kind of having to take a short double take about a horse that speaks common.
Hmm.
I heard of them.
Yes, a group of people who find information for other people trying to do the right thing, I think is the best way of phrasing it.
Right?
And we're happily looking for individuals who could be of use to our organization.
And is there a specific area of the city Maxine is mostly in, or can it be anywhere?
Well, Maxine should be able to be found around the castle district. I believe that is where she is currently stationed, as she's being used service-wise, so you should be able to find her that way. And with the details that he definitely gave you that I don't have, it shouldn't be too hard to find the horse that you're looking for.
Okay.
So, intermission is about to end, and I'm sure that, based off of the, beverages of choice, that some of your compatriots would like to not be here anymore. So, if you all want to stay for the play, I'm more than happy to do the tickets. That's what they're for. And if not, then I hope you have a wonderful rest of the opera.
Did he say he had a description of the horse for us?
Yeah, he gave you the description of the horse. I just don't. It doesn't give me a description of the horse, so.
Okay.
I'm
sure.
just saying he gives you a description of the horse. So, anything else you guys have for him, question-wise, before you head out?
He's the one that sent the thing to my window.
No, this
Or that
is
was
the
the
one
other
who
guy.
sent. He sent a paper bird to Ezra.
Yep. Okay.
Not me.
It doesn't. It was like the front of the house.
Wait, who was it they sent the paper bird to?
Silas.
Silas,
got
that's
the
right.
bird.
That's right. My bad. My bad.
All good.
It's been 2 weeks. I just forgot.
All good.
Understandable.
Anything else you guys have?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
So,
So-
the intermission is about to end. It's up to you what you guys want to do with that.
Well, I'll probably head back to my box and.
Well, you guys have just
restart my
general
spell,
seating. It's not actually a box.
or what have you. Restart my spell. I may as well finish this thing.
Yeah, Silas is interested, so he's gonna stick around and listen.
Sure. What are the rest of you
While
guys
Leroy
doing?
tries to sneak the wine back in. With
Uh,
her.
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand check. Because it's not really.
Oh my god.
The bottle's a little bit too big to actually like properly hide. But you kind of quickly turn to the guy who's looking at tickets as as you guys head back in, and kind of do like a half turn, like hide it behind your side, and then to make you even more inconspicuous, you kind of like turn your hand a little bit more and like hide the bottle behind you perfectly so he can't see it as you make your way in through the door.
Yeah.
Today we have learned never underestimate the dedicated drunk.
Are all of the rest of you guys sitting down for the rest of the opera as well, or are you are any of you trying to sneak out before the end?
Heath's just gonna try to sneak out.
Sure.
Same for Astra. She has no idea what they're talking about. She wants to go home.
So, you guys. I mean, it's actually not that hard to make your way out. If you want to make your way out completely inconspicuously, you can roll a stealth check. Otherwise, yeah, you guys can make your way out. So, the rest of you all settle in for the rest of the opera. A couple party members short. But the two of you can understand everything. You hear the finishing of the harrowing tale of this party meeting up with Tiamat and their epic battle described in this beautiful, beautiful song as it climaxes and completes the opera with the fall of Tiamat at the Well of the Dragons. So, the other two of you guys make your way back, making your way back to the inn, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making my way back after wild shaping into a spider and just climbing on top of the roofs.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
And
So you watch as
while
your
I'm
party
on the
member
roof,
turns into a spider and just starts going on roofs. Are you turning into a giant spider or just a normal sized spider?
a normal spider.
Okay.
Ugh.
A normal spider doesn't have that fast in movement speed, so it will take you quite a long time to get home.
Well, I'm just gonna turn into spider to climb up onto the roof, and then turn back to human.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Use your wild shape to turn into a spider climbing up onto the roof and then making your way back. Yeah, I mean you'll obviously have to climb down from roofs in certain places, like where streets and stuff like that happen. But yeah, you can try to be going from rooftop to rooftop on the way back home. What is Azra's doing on the way home?
Being creeped out by the spider and just going home, looking at the shops if she goes past them, even though most of them are probably closed.
Sure. Making your way past the shops, there's a couple of blacksmiths that do seem to be still at work, including the blacksmiths that are near your house. Two of them, two Genasi males who seem to be kind of hard at work at their blacksmith shop as you kind of keep making your way by. There is a closed sign on the door, but they just seem to be continuing on work through the evening. The rest of you all finish with your play. Azra and Keith, you guys can make it home pretty early. It doesn't take you that long to get there. You guys get there about 30 minutes left. Anything else you guys want to do during that time?
Gonna work on cleaning up the other floors that aren't like people's room, the common areas and stuff,
Sure.
and the
you can do that.
bathrooms.
Sure, you can do that. Taking a couple bits of furniture down the stairs, similar fashion, kind of stacking them out of the way, and getting the rest of the area clean. What about you, Heath?
I'm gonna pass over the house, just looking for anything to clean up.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, there's still a fair amount of cleaning from the aspect of common areas and rooms, just getting up, scraps of floor that are a little bit rotten or different things like that. But most of the heavy cleaning from the aspect of dust has already been completed. It's more just kind of waiting on furniture and waiting on stuff to get rebuilt at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, the rest of y'all, the opera does end, and you guys make your way out. Illyria a little bit more intoxicated than she was when she went in.
I'll finish up my notes on the second half and make my way back home, I suppose.
All right, you can very easily do that as Silas goes ahead and retrieves his weapons from the front area. You do notice Mert, the person who you had contact with at the intermission. He also goes to the place where they had checked in weapons. As he's leaving, you do notice that he brings out a relatively ornate-looking long sword and dagger that he had checked in. As he puts it or slides it onto his belt and his hilt, and makes his way out. It doesn't speak with you, but it kind of makes his way off.
I'll give him a nod and hand my wood block to the guard person.
Yep. He brings you back your weapons. As you all make your way through the streets back towards your home for the evening.
Are there any shops that are still open?
At this point, no. Most of them at this point have closed. I mean, you do see some movement in some of the shops of people
Yeah,
who
they're
seem to
still
be
closed.
cleaning up. Yeah. So, You all make your way back to your house without incident and can settle in for the evening. It is a little bit earlier than it would have been normally.
Like on the guard night, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you all are doing before bed or just heading to bed?
Are my clothes dry?
Not yet. Not at this point. You did walk into a bath with full clothes, so.
Yep, no regrets. I'm sleeping in fancy clothes.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. You sleep in your fancy clothes as they get little wrinkles in them from sleeping in
Perfect.
them. Anyone else doing anything special before the evening? Or before the evening's end? I'll take that as a no. So, the rest of you all settle in for the evening. As you guys are starting to kind of settle in and make your way back from the tavern, close up what's left of the tavern. You do find that some of the rats have made their way down to the kitchen and seem to have scrounged out food and made their way back upstairs.
I need to go in timeout.
They weren't fed for the day, so they got hungry.
How many rations of food do we have left, or like stocked up food do we have left after they eat?
You guys have 3 days left of food.
Yeah, so tomorrow and then 2 more days.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So, you guys settle in for the evening and get your long rest. And wake up in the morning. Early in the morning. Continuing through your day-by-day routine of waking up early, getting food, and starting to make your way back out to the docks. Is there anything anyone wants to do special before you guys make your way to the dock?
Before?
I'm
No.
I'm gonna go to the bakery and buy like 10 loaves of bread.
Sure. Alright, 1 silver apiece. That costs you a total of 1 gold.
And I'm gonna go back to the inn and drop 2 loaves of bread into
Sure.
the rack room.
Yeah, you can do that.
And just go meet the rest of the party at the docks.
Alright, you guys can do that as you guys make your way down to the docks to meet with your friends for the day. Similar fashion to before, they're already waiting outside, starting to clean up the streets as you guys arrive. You guys as you've followed them the last few days, there really hasn't been much. I mean, the occasional drunkard, the occasional small brawl in the street. But apart from that, nothing that really has caught your attention. No one's been trying to attack the people. Most of the squabbles that you have run into is kind of, a one-on-one fight that's usually broken up by guards pretty quickly. As you guys make your way through the streets today, similar fashion, not finding anything too interesting that happens.
What's the atmosphere like with the cleaners? Do they seem like they're pretty close and friendly, or is this like a strictly business thing where they're like not really talking too much?
Based off the conversations as you listen in with them for over the past few days, they all appear to be members of the Dung Sweepers Guild, which is the guild that is responsible for cleaning the city streets. And so most of them are all a part of the same guild. You get the feeling that most of them have worked with this guild for a fairly long period of time, or a fairly decent period of time. Some of them seem close. Some of them seem like They just kind of try to keep to their business and get the work done. Three of them are relatively talkative with each other the entire day, and there's the fourth one is a little bit more distant.
Okay. And each day it's the same people doing it, or is it like a different group
Yeah,
of
it's
people?
it's the same group of 4 that show up every day. You would know that the way the guild usually sets it out is they have a set group of people that kind of respond every day to the same work location, and theoretically, if they want to get a new station, they can apply to either a situation where it'd be a promotion or something similar to that as well. So, you guys make it through the day, making your way to noon without issue.
Wait. On the way home, O'Leary is looking for shops that sell flasks.
Sure.
Sure.
You can find a shop that sells sells flasks. Are you looking for a ornate flask, a regular flask, a magical flask? What's the situation?
One that holds a good amount of stuff.
Sure. Yeah, you find a shop that sells they do a lot of metal work, and they sell flasks at a relatively cheap price. It's 5 silver for a flask. It's relatively sizable.
Old.
It's definitely size wise still designed more for a harder liquid, for a harder alcohol. But yeah.
Yeah, no, there's whiskey or something going in there. That's just not. O'Leary wants alcohol on her for situations like that in the future.
All right. What about the rest of you?
Where's
should
Dick
we
wants
look-
to hit up the library or the bookshop or whatever it is.
Yeah, you can do that. What were we gonna say, Faye?
Should we look for the horse on our way home?
Oh yeah.
You can very much do that if that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Give me a. Everyone who's going to look for the horse can give me an investigation check.
I'll look around while I'm on the way home, but I want to get to that bookstore too.
Yeah, that's fine. Is that everyone? Great. Looking around, you don't find a horse that meets the description of something you're looking for at the moment. You get the feeling that possibly the horse is just not out for the day.
Okay.
So, making your way to the bookstore. Making your way to the bookworm place, which is this page. Sorry, I have so many pages. The bookworm's treasure. As you make your way in and find the dragonborn, it seems to be he as you walk in he isn't immediately actually at the front, as he seems to be in the back, as you hear slight bits of humming as you open the door and the bell chimes as he makes his way out. Oh, good morning. Can I help you today? Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, did you hear what I said? Or did it cut
Yeah,
out?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Where's that?
Serpent!
Oh, sorry. I forgot I wasn't pressing the button.
It's okay.
Yes. So, I was opera last night and wanted to verify its historical accuracy. So I'm looking for stuff about Tiamat.
Sure. He points you to a history book that retails the tale of Tiamat.
And he pulls out his notes and is cross-checking, Look, just kind of glancing through. I was like, You want
looking
the
through the book, the book is a historical retelling of it. It's about the specific section on the fall of Tiamat is about 400 to 500 pages long. It would take a bit of time to read through all of it to check all the historical accuracies.
I mean, can I borrow this? Do I rent it? Maybe.
You can buy it. It's a relatively common copy.
All right. How much is it?
It's 2 silver pieces.
Here you go.
Thank you for your patronage.
And Burzduck is going to while away his spare time just checking his notes again from the opera against the history book.
Okay. You can make your way back to the inn and do that. Anything else anyone else is doing?
I'm gonna go grocery shopping.
Yeah, you can very easily do that. How many days' food are you looking to buy?
A week's worth.
Sure, you can do that. That would add on
Also,
to the 3 days that you have left. You'd be looking at, so you would know that you could only usually safely keep about 7 days worth of food before the food starts to turn a little bit, since they don't have the 5 billion.
Some of it's for the rats.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, you want to buy still want to buy the full 7 days of food?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you can do that.
I'm also looking for like cooking spices, tea, herbs, and just things for drinks and food.
Sure. I'll say you can pick up all of that for about 1 gold for spices and everything included with the meals.
Okay.
Anything else anyone else wants to do? So,
were my common clothes dry that morning?
yeah, they probably would have been by the morning, or if they weren't in the morning, they'd be dry by the time you got back.
Well, if they weren't, I would have wore wet clothes to the thing. 'cause-
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. They were probably a little bit muggy when they weren't wet anymore. They were still pretty damp. The summer heat's pretty good at drying them out. So Burstuck, go ahead and give me an investigation check to reading through the book to line up all the points. Yeah. Reading through the book and kind of you're not going through it super in depth. You're kind of glancing through parts, trying to find things that connect. The characters that were in the opera were never mentioned in the story historically. But you give the feeling that because of the storytelling element of the opera, they assigned a character's name to it just to give it more of a connection with the audience. But overall, throughout the opera, like the opera was definitely a little bit exaggeratory of the events and how things possibly transpired according to the history book, or the history book just doesn't go into the elaborate detail that a history book would go into when it comes to that kind of retelling of something. It's kind of the difference between a storyteller telling you the story and then reading about the story in a book from the aspect of someone who's just trying to get all of the events. There's not really historical inaccuracies between the two. It seems like they're relatively they're relatively on the same page.
Oh yeah, that's honestly what I was expecting, but Burzduck is gonna sort of look at it, examine it, like, okay, that was a good opera then. That's going to be the deciding factor for him deciding, okay, that was a good opera. It's mostly historically accurate.
It was mostly historically accurate. At least,
and that's what he cared about.
And unless this history book and the opera were written by the same people.
And that's the case. In which case, that could bear more investigation, but he'd have to look into it.
So, what are the rest of you guys doing?
We have the guard work tonight, so. Larry would probably just sleep like her normal day.
All right. So, you guys make your way over to the guard duty for the evening. Who are all of you heading into the bar, or is just one of you heading into the bar? What's the situation?
I'm gonna go back to where I climbed up onto the roof
Okay.
and try to climb up as a human.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
You managed to make your way up onto the roof. It's a little bit more difficult as the cat kind of had easier footholds for like windows and such like that. But you do manage to climb your way up to the building onto the roof.
Larry goes to the same spot at the bar.
Sure.
She's just gonna become a regular.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. What about the rest of you guys?
I'm gonna go back to the corner I was in before.
All right.
I'll pick the same table as well, and I want to just like try to do what I did last time and like see like what the other people that are around are doing. So I'm seeing if there's anybody that's like staring at the guy that we're supposed to be guarding, or just anything that like seems out of place.
Sure, you can do that. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Cool. Oof.
12. Looking around, again, it's pretty difficult. There's nothing that stands out to you as odd behavior, apart from just patrons drinking at a bar.
Okay.
What about you, Burstuck? What are you up to?
Are there any tables or chairs or whatever outside?
There is actually outside seating at the moment, as it is the summer months. They kind of have up on the deck, kind of in front of the bar, they have kind of a smallish bar set up facing the street.
All right, then I'll probably be seated there.
All right.
And once again have Quill on lookout duty while I'm reading one of the history books and smoking my pipe and sipping at a beer.
Sure, you can very easily do that. So, about 30 minutes passes before you do see Haldar start to make his way out. You guys doing similar situation, following in smaller groups, or following together?
Larry's plan is the same, except during the 30 minutes that they're there, she fills her flask.
Sure. It'll cost you like 5 silver to fill the flask with whiskey.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick closer this time than before.
Okay. You can
I'm
easily
also
do that.
planning on sticking closer, but so still, but they'll try to keep it small groups.
Alright.
I'm gonna be just following like 30 feet away on top of the roof.
Okay. You can very easily do that. So, everyone who is as you guys make your way out, go ahead and give me perception checks as you start to follow him. At your different lengths. Alright. So, as you guys are making your way down the street, let me go ahead and...
As we're like, not like immediately when we're leaving, but like during the 20 minutes to the guy's house, like I'm gonna be looking ahead, kind of where I saw that guy the other time, as well as kind of peering back every now and then to see if we're being followed.
Alright. Sounds good. So as you're making your way down the road, it doesn't seem like you're being followed at all. However, Heath and Illyri, you do see Illyri a little bit more obvious to you as you're looking out for it. You do see a similar figure kind of tucked between two tents. You're following about 30 feet behind Heldar, and this guy is probably about 60 feet ahead of him.
He's 90 feet away from us currently.
Mm-hmm.
Can I keep an eye out for like the shine of like a dagger or something like I saw in the other guy?
Looking at it, it does appear that he does have a dagger that is drawn at the moment. There
This
does
is
appear
the
to be a
same
blade drawn.
street, but different spot, or
This is
different altogether?
a very, very similar spot to where it was before.
Okay. I'm gonna get,
And
like,
for that
I'm gonna-
case, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys to a map.
I was gonna say I'm gonna close in like 10 feet,
Yeah, you can do that.
just extra.
So, person in front of you is this is the person that you were following.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize that he is not a half elven gentleman, but it tells me to use a bandit, and bandits are definitely dwarfs in tokens,
Okay.
so it's okay. But and the person that you see, to clarify, is up here, and it tucked in between those two tents.
Okay.
Actually, I can just go ahead and reveal him.
And based on the actions of the guy in front of me, he doesn't seem to be aware.
He doesn't seem to notice him at all, no. As he kind of continues to walk forwards.
How
I'm gonna.
how crowded is the street?
This street, it's relatively empty. It looks like it's a decent size kind of like dock area. Like traffic wise during the day possibly. Like there are again, these stalls are set up. There are some shops kind of set up, but this late at night, pretty much everything's closed. You see a couple of candles in different windows, but overall there's not really many people in here.
Illyria's gonna like try and close the gap. Like, I'm not really close the gap of where he is now, but more as he was moving up, like continuing behind him, continuing to close like that 20-foot gap.
Okay.
But if I can, I kind of want to trip and fall, and drop my hand axe. Purpose.
Okay.
And I don't know if anyone in the party would ever realize it, but it'll be like angled in a way, like pointing to where I saw the guy.
Sure.
For no reason, just in case.
What's your movement speed as well?
30.
Okay, then you won't be able to make up you can make up the ground on him if you want to.
Though. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can maintain it if you wanted to make up the ground. You'd have to use your action to do that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can kind of make up kind of keep up the pace. Go ahead and give me a performance check for your fall, or a deception check, whichever you prefer for the faking the fall.
Nailed it.
You do the most elaborate. It's a little bit overdone. It's like the most overdone death scene kind of situation, as you kind of like, and just kind of toss the axe out in front of you. It's pointed in the right direction, but it is very obvious that you are faking your fall, as Heldar turns around to figure out what the heck is going on behind him. What would the rest of you guys like to do during that time?
Be about there with that whole shenanigan, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Heath is gonna try to jump across to this middle building, and then across to the bigger one over there.
Yeah, it's just a 5-foot gap, so you have very little issue going from building to building in that situation. What are the rest of you guys doing?
How far can I move it around?
You can move 30 feet, or 30 feet without using your action, and 60 feet while using your action.
And if you dash, I think you can do an no, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. If you use your action to dash, you can get 60 feet.
Okay. I would like to just move over towards Illyria and like offer a hand and be like, oh, I don't even know what I would say in this situation.
Are you gonna run
I
up
would
to
just offer-
Illyri? Because she is a decent distance in front of you.
I don't think I would run.
Right.
Can I like jog or
Yeah,
something?
You jog to catch up with Illyri. It's still
I'll
just.
jog and I'll offer a hand. I don't want it to look suspicious, but I want to try to close the distance and figure out like what's going on and why she faked that trip. So I'll offer a hand and I'll be like, "Are you all right? Pretty bad fall."
Give me a
Yeah,
performance check.
Which one of
Okay.
us?
Let's see.
I want to do
10.
the same. I want to catch up.
Sure, you can do that.
I'm bashing.
I
As I
mean, your concern for her isn't entirely fake. It possibly could have been a little bit noticed. You're not sure.
Well, when everyone's up here and was like, "There's the garbage," and kind of grabbed
I
my
will-
side like in pain.
Can I see the guy? What's he doing?
As you do see that Heldar keeps walking forward. Is there anything you guys say?
Duck, and then I'm gonna run and try and get him or get as close as I can. Or
Sure.
I dropped my hand axe, so I guess I don't know. I'll fucking throw my great axe if I can.
All right. Well, at that, we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
As you yell "duck," we'll go ahead and roll initiative to see what happens. I need battle music.
Nailed it.
I'll update mine
Not
after.
bad.
I always forget to select my token first.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're supposed to do that.
It's okay because I still didn't pull up turn order. There we go.
No wait, no, I did do that. I did.
There
do it.
you're good. Why is it playing two songs? There we go. Let's read. So, we go ahead and roll his initiative after doing this real quick. Hubble. So, as you yell shout, you do watch as this person clearly brings out a dagger, and looks like he is going to brings out a blade, as he looks like he is going to possibly make an attack. Silas, it is your turn. What would you like to do, Silas?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was muted.
You're good.
Can I move this entire distance and make an attack, or would I have to do that next? That's 40 feet.
40 feet? No, you'd have to make an attack next turn.
Okay.
You can place
what
yourself
about, like, a
between the two of
lunge?
them.
Okay,
You do you want to try to like jump and attack them?
I'll just put myself between them for now.
Right. I mean, you could attempt to jump and attack them. That is an option. You'd have to make an athletics check for the jump, and the attack would be at disadvantage.
I'll try it. Why not?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead, and then go
23,
ahead and attack
and
at
then-
disadvantage.
Attack at disadvantage. We'll do it with the rapier. 7.
As you swing out, you kind of graze the the top bit of this shack next to him and hit the wood just before colliding with this person's body. As you get close as well, you now see a figure of a drow standing in front of you.
They are the same.
Okay, good.
So that will bring us to his turn. He is going to sidestep around you. And
doesn't like half outs, huh?
we're going to swing 2 attacks, 1 at each of you. So this one will be at our bandit friend. And why is it rolling damage immediately? Don't do that. That misses. And this one at you. There's a 22 hit.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that should be a hit.
For 9 points of
8,
slashing
16.
damage. Ooh.
Yeah, that hits. -9.
9 points of slashing damage as he slashes out. You do see as well, as he comes out and kind of into the moonlight now, he does appear to have some sort of shorter device on his hip, with what looks like a handle and some sort of metal part that's slightly curved. You go ahead and give me a history check. All right, with an 8, you don't know what weapon this is. You've never seen it before. Heath.
Okay, I am going to move to the edge of the building here, and can I see him?
Yep, you can see him from there.
I'm gonna try to cast Charm Person on him.
Go ahead. What is the save on that? I believe it's a wisdom. It's either wisdom or charisma.
It's make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. He is a drow, so he does have advantage on it. Which charm person, I'm pretty sure he has advantage anyways.
Yeah, I think
You're fighting, so.
Yeah.
He does make the save. As you cast out your incantation, as you feel it connect with him, as he kind of looks up at you for a moment and shrugs it off. Kind of looks up at you and gives you a slight smirk.
Okay, I'm gonna use the rest. I'm gonna hop down. Do I need to roll an athletics check? Cause that's like, what, 20 feet?
It's 20-foot fall. You can either give me athletics or acrobatics.
I'll go acrobatics.
All right. All right. You go to place your foot as you go to place your foot on the edge of this roof and kind of leap down. And as you do, your foot slips out from under you as you feel yourself start to fall. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. All right.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Why do I have this? You do take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall. As you land back on your feet.
Okay, not bad. Just ungracefully falling down. And as I... Wait, so am I knocked prone or...
No,
just...
you landed on your feet.
I'm on
You're
my
good.
feet. Okay, so I'm gonna bonus action wild shape into a brown bear.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a brown bear. For now, we're gonna go ahead and move you up to. I'm just gonna move you up the street. Boop.
Okay.
Boop. Boop.
Fire.
Boop. I'll do that. Oh, you've transformed into your brown bear.
Yeah. My brown bear has typical brown bear colors, but on the forehead is a tuft of moss green hair.
Cool. You have used your movement already. I believe the bear gives you an extra 10 feet of movement, though, so you do have 10 feet of movement you can use.
So I'm gonna move 10 feet forward.
I didn't realize brown bears are technically large creatures.
Yeah, they're big.
They're big. They're big boys. You can do that. Anything else you want to do?
I think that's it for my turn.
All right. Ezra, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move up to here. And then cast Hex on him.
All right. You cast Hex on him as he watches a small black cloud kind of starts to just form around his being a little bit. You reach out your finger and point towards him.
And he has disadvantage on strength checks.
All right.
And then, so it's bonus action. Oh, it helps if I actually cast it.
What else are you
So
doing?
use it- I was just using my spell slot. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him. Can I do Hex and Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Because the Eldritch Blast is a
Eldritch
cantrip?
Blast is the cantrip.
Okay.
You can do you can only do one spell per turn, but cantrips are
Yeah.
technically level 0 spells. So that's fine. Yep. That 21 will definitely hit. And I can. Do you want to re-roll the hex damage, or do you want to take the 2?
I was gonna re-roll it because I was just trying to use
Yep.
the spell slot.
Very good. For 6 points of necrotic damage, plus the
Yeah.
5 points of force damage. As you reach out one of your hands as you watch the shadows coalesce around him, and then bring up your whip dagger as you watch as the Eldritch Blast goes out of it, slams into him, dealing a decent chunk of damage.
And that's it.
Anything else you want to do? That's it?
No.
All right. First up,
Okay. Gonna move up there.
sadly, dwarfs in this are not great over short distances.
I'm casting grease.
All right. Where are you casting it? I'm guessing you're casting it so it only hits him.
I am. Give me just a moment.
Yeah. I got you. Oh, that works.
So that area right there is now greasy. He needs to make a dexterity save.
Move it down to the map layer so don't accidentally grab it. Dexterity save and throw. Not at advantage. Boop. He just makes it.
Just barely makes it. Okay. That's all right. He has to move. If he stays in that spot, he's going to have to make the dex save again.
Yep.
Is that also kind of difficult terrain, or is that a different thing?
Yeah, it counts as
draw
difficult terrain when you move through it, and if you
Mhm.
move inside of it or stand inside of it, you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Got it.
I don't know how to remove that.
For what?
The
Oh, I
little
drew
one.
another square.
The little one.
Oh, I can get it.
And then Quill will come over here and do an aid another action to help Silas.
Great. Sure. He can do that. Larry.
It's me. I'm gonna go, and then I would like to jump up on this
Okay.
and shoot with my short bow.
Sure. You can do that. Go ahead and give me a acrobatics check just for getting up there.
It's super graceful.
You attempt to run up there, and as you get up there, you kind of get up there, and you're like, oh. And you try to draw your bow back as the tarp just rips out from under you as you fall down.
Damn
Make the attack at disadvantage.
it. Okay.
Still get the arrow off, you know.
Yeah.
As it sails past him, the shot is on target as he looks over and brings up a small buckler that he wears on his right arm, just blocking the arrow.
And then I would like to rage.
All right, you can do that. You see that he blocks your arrow, and you get very angry about it. Silas, your turn.
How hurt does he look by the Eldritch Blast? he
Not
look, like,
not
visibly-
very.
Okay.
He looks like he took it pretty well.
Okay, I'm gonna take 2 hits with my rapier and my short sword then.
You have advantage on the first attack.
16.
Yes. Oh wait, no. 16 just barely misses.
Oh, okay. 25 with the short sword.
25 does hit though. Yeah.
Cool. I'll do 6 damage to him.
You slash into him for 6 points of damage.
Do I have a bonus action, or does that second attack count as it?
Your second attack is your bonus action.
Okay, so if I wanted to use my second wind,
You'd have to give up your
I would
second
need
attack.
to use a action surge for it.
Oh, yeah, you could theoretically action surge and then second wind.
I think I'm gonna do that because he did quite a bit of damage. So
do that.
a
Then go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
spend
say it's a
one of
D10
those.
plus your fighter level, so D10 plus 2.
so roll 1d10 plus 2. 5.
5
So
points
I'll
of
add 5
extra.
HP to myself.
Yep.
Cool. And that's it.
All right. That'll bring us to his turn. He does see that he's getting surrounded. But he is starting his turn. Is it if you start your turn?
If you end your turn on Grease, you have to make a dex save.
Yeah, or if he moves as well. So.
If you enter the area or end your turn. is what
Oh.
it says.
Oh, okay, that's weird. It used to be like even if you just moved in it, but that's okay. He's gonna move away. Now you can get your attack of opportunity, Silas.
Cool.
You know who I forgot to roll for? I forgot to roll for you. I'm gonna wreck on that real quick. We forgot to roll for Heldar. It's okay. He acted.
Oh.
He was
didn't
quite
really get
shocked.
scared.
And we're gonna use that sweet 5e rule or the sweet 3.5 rule where if you roll a 1, you don't get to act on your first turn. Fine, right?
21 hit.
21 does hit. Yes.
Cool.
Damn it.
6 damage.
6 points of damage. He does make his way outside of the grease.
Look, if 21 didn't hit, I would be concerned.
It's a level 2 campaign. 21 doesn't hit. The fuck?
We're gonna die.
As he will turn. And you know what? Why not? He's going to turn and cast Fairy Fire. So I need everyone around this square. So Aliri, the brown bear, our bandit friend, Silas, and Azra to all make. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws. What is his DC? Not super high.
So to do
6.
a dex save from the brown bear, do I just click the dex in the brown bear?
Yeah. You just click Dex, unless it says something under saving throws. All right. Oh, and our bandit friend also gets an attack of opportunity. Give me 1 second. He's gonna get an attack of opportunity. Scimitar. 18 does hit for 3 points of damage. Do not want to auto-rolling damage though, so I'll replace that afterwards. And then a dexterity saving throw. He fails. So, Silas and Heldar, you guys watch as the fairy fire coalesces around you. So, what do I want to do for that? Oh, we'll do let's do a yellow dot. Yellow dot. For fairy fire. Yeah. And then he'll end his turn. He can't do anything else. Keith.
Okay. I'm gonna barrel past Azra and Heldar down here, avoiding the grease pit, and then off to him.
All
and
right.
then bite and try to attack him with my claws.
Do it. Fight claw. That'll hit.
22. Yeah.
Okay.
It just barely hits.
Just barely.
Oof.
9 points of piercing damage. He's starting to look a little hurt.
The claws.
That will miss though. As you rend your claw, and as you go to slash into him, your back foot just kind of barely touches the grease. Not quite used to this bear form, as this is one of the first times he's transformed into a bear. Your foot kind of slips as your claw slams into the ground, and you just miss him. Anything else you would like to do?
I'm gonna move right in front of him.
All right.
My turn.
All right. Ezra.
I'm gonna move up to him. Oh, it did that backwards. But basically, I went there first and then
Yeah, you're
over.
fine.
It just didn't
You
work.
run through the grease. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm right through it. And I want to try to grapple him.
All right. Make a athletics check. All right,
And he has disadvantage on anything strength.
He's gonna counter it with his acrobatics instead.
Of course he is.
Tie technically goes to the attacker, so he is grappled.
And that's action. Would I be able to get him in manacles, or I'd have to try that next turn, right?
You would have to attempt that next turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna hold him. That's my turn.
All right. Berserk.
Okay, I'll move up there. Who's been injured?
Silas is a little bit worse for wear. That's the only person in your group who's currently been injured. Other than Heath, but he's a bear. And the bear's not injured.
Would I be at disadvantage to make a ranged attack at the drow?
No.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do... Silas, you get 3 points of healing from Healing Word.
He whispers sweet nothings in your ear and you gain 3 hit points.
Firebolts to the drow, which is probably going to miss.
That'll miss.
And then Quill's going to go over here and provide aid another to Azra.
All right. So I'll bring us to Illyri.
Alira's gonna stumble her ass, like here.
He just kind of charges through the tents.
Yeah.
Watches barrels get knocked over, boxes get knocked over.
Oh no.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. And then I take out manacles and attempt to manacle him.
All right, go ahead and trying to think of the easiest way or what this would be opposed check wise.
Sleight of hand?
Sure.
I mean, I prefer strength, but I feel like it's more of like.
It's I would. It's
Nothing
definitely a
thing.
dexterity-based
Yeah.
thing. I'm just trying to think of what it would be. You can make. You know what? Actually, though, you can make an athletics check if you would like to. You can technically muscle your way just into forcing manacles onto him. He is restrained, so.
I don't care. It really doesn't matter.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can do either or. Either sleight of hand or athletics is up to you. Okay.
God damn.
He is going to attempt to slide out of it as well. He does not succeed though, as you manacle his hands.
Then I want to just, in my own mind, headbutt him, but I just don't.
Okay. Your rage does fade
Damn it.
because technically a manacle is not an attack.
That's fair.
That'll bring us to the bandit's turn. Ooh, I'm gonna make a wisdom check for him. See if he. Okay, he doesn't notice that he is manacled. As you watch as he kind of pulls out a small crossbow he had on his side as he sees that he's manacled and puts it away. Silas, what would you like to do?
So I'm assuming this is one of the drow people that we were looking for, and I know that he has like a companion. So could I roll like a perception check or something to see if that person's also around?
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
18.
Looking around, you feel fairly confident that there's no one else here.
Okay. I'll try to like move around like this, and I just want to kind of close the distance in case he tries to break free and run away.
Sure. All right. That will bring us to his turn. I'm gonna need to go ahead and give me that athletic check to hold on to him. All right. He's gonna go ahead and oppose it real quick, but I don't think he's gonna get out of that. Oh no, he does. You watch as you kind of go to squeeze him tighter. Your arms are around the top half of his body as he kind of just slinks out from under you at the last second. As he does, he mutters an incantation, and as soon as he does, darkness goes around all of you.
Ooh.
I need you guys to make perception checks with disadvantage. So 18, 6.
Perception.
Let me check something
Nice.
as well. Let me check one thing about Hex real quick. Okay, so it does not tell you his location. Well, with that, let me go ahead and make his stealth check then as well.
Advantage or disadvantage?
It's advantage for him.
Okay, that's what I thought. I
Yeah.
just thought it was weird it was highlighting the 9.
Oh my god. So, he is very, very quiet, but with manacles, he does jingle a little bit. Azra, you do have a little bit of issue making out where he is. However, Heath, and Illyria, you do hear that he is running away, and you do get attacks of opportunity on him.
Or disadvantage?
Which,
What?
Yep. Still disadvantage because you are blind.
Is he blind too?
Do
Or
it.
can he see through his own darkness?
You don't know.
Do I also get a?
Because if he's blind, technically it negates because they'd have advantage because he's blind and disadvantage because they're blind.
Yeah, you do not know.
Fair enough.
Go ahead and make your attacks of opportunity, though. He is running away.
Yeah, I'm
Would
gonna
Silas?
Bite would hit.
Percentage Or
quickly drop my...
Yeah, Silas, you again attack of opportunity as well because he had to go around the bear.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna quickly drop my short bow and try and swing with the great axe.
Sure. I'll say you can attempt to do that. That will all three of those will hit.
This is a neutral roll because we both have disadvantage, or?
No, it's no, it would be a disadvantage, so miss. My bad.
Okay.
should I re-roll it then?
No, it's fine. I just take it a second option. Oh, you mean for the bite attack? Yeah, you should re-roll that. My bad. Okay, yeah, you're still good.
No, it's no.
You're still good.
the
So
fair
5
misses.
points of damage, 9 points of damage for the slashing. The rapier attack does miss as he goes darting off. How fast is his movement? He gets to about 30 feet away. You did hear him running this way. For all of you guys who rolled above his perception or above his stealth, so everyone other than Azra.
Okay, maybe other than Azra, yeah.
It's very confusing sometimes when you have darkness completely around you. And
Does
the elf doesn't roll really well.
Does dark vision work in magical darkness?
It does not.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you need true sight.
I have my raven. Well, actually, I guess we're on turn order still.
Yep. Heath, it'll be your turn.
Okay.
Let me see how. Let me double check something real quick. Right, never mind. I was seeing if you turned around if you would be out of the darkness, but no, you would not be.
Oh,
It says 15-foot radius, so it's not 15. I thought it was a 15-foot diameter. It's 15-foot radius, so there's a fairly large circle of darkness.
Okay. So can I try to smell the blood? Which he's probably bleeding since I bit him. Other people attacked him.
Sure,
Can
give
I-
me a perception check. That'll be at normal.
And- okay.
If you're smelling for blood, that'll be at normal.
I thought
I
he
have
hurt him though.
advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell.
I thought you just the bear does.
Yeah, the bear does.
Oh, okay. You have advantage on it.
And I use my perception, right?
Yeah, they do have keen smell. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. You know that he is behind you, based off the trail of blood. You're not sure exactly where he is, though.
Okay, I'm gonna move down here. Can I see now?
You cannot see it. To
Okay.
clarify, the darkness goes there. Let me draw the circle for it. I think that's no. There you go. It's not where it is. I'm just drawing it.
Oh damn.
Okay.
He is also technically outside of the darkness. So if you kept running that direction, actually, you would see him on the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
Do you move until you're out of the
25.
move until you're out of the darkness, and then
Yeah.
you would see him.
So that's 15. I'll move 20 feet out of until I'm out of the darkness, and then
Yep.
could I see him and
Yep.
reach him?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna use the last of my movement to reach him, and bite and claw him.
Go ahead. Azra, you did hear the fairly large bear running past you.
Okay.
That'll hit. Alright, big old damage number 2.
Now close.
Double
That'll
digits.
also hit.
Damn, that just barely hits.
Just barely.
Wow.
It's a bear.
Yeah, I got it the first time too.
And anything else you want to do?
I'm just gonna roar at him. Roar.
Okay. Azra, your turn.
Can I head the direction I heard the bear
Oh,
go?
actually, darkness is a concentration check as well. So
Oh boy.
let me go ahead and do that for him as well. Does he have advantage on them? Nope. So after the first attack, his darkness fades.
Owned.
So now I can just see him.
We can all see it again.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Can I reach him?
Yeah, he'd be 30 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm gonna go back up to him and try to grapple him again.
All right.
Stop resisting. Beat him with the baton.
Stop resisting. Athletics.
Yep. Yeah, you
God.
grapple him again.
Yeah.
Stop resisting.
I'm very attached to those manacles. I don't want to lose them.
I have some too. It's fine.
I know, but those ones are mine.
All right. That's my turn.
Burstuck, your turn.
Well,
Yeah, I'm like up here too.
okay, it still misses.
Yep, you shoot a firebolt at him as it kind of fast.
And I'm going to keep the raven still within like visual sight of him.
Sure. Cleary.
I would like to keep with tradition, and just run through into the.
Continuing to run through that cliff as well.
It's seeing that he's grappled. Just, I guess, gonna grapple his legs.
Sure. Give me an athletics check with advantage. Oh yeah, you have very little issue grabbing onto his legs. He's top half of his body has been grabbed. He's manacled, and you're grabbing the bottom of his leg.
I just say stop resisting.
His turn. Sarlis.
Let's see. 10, 15. Is there a way for me to like get through the
There's
people?
not actually
Like, can I
anything
move through
over
their
there.
space? Sorry, I don't. Like I want to try to like close the distance and maybe like knock him out. Can I like punch him or something if I get up to him?
You want to unarmed to attack him?
Well, how damaged does he look first?
He looks pretty rough. Between the bear claws and everything else, he's looking a little rough.
Can I do like non-lethal damage with like the back of my
Yeah,
sword?
you
or
could punch
something?
him. You could punch him. That's technically non-lethal damage.
Yeah, I'll just.
You're not
I'll
a monk,
punch him.
so. Okay.
I'll punch him. I'll
Give
walk
me
up to him
a
and I'll just punch
d20.
him.
A d20. Actually, just roll your strength. Just roll your strength.
Sure.
Flat strength roll.
9.
You
Nailed it.
as you go to punch him, you just punch straight into his armor.
Nice.
Oh.
Does he laugh?
No, he's feeling a little rough, so he doesn't quite
Okay.
laugh at you, but you don't hit him.
Okay.
I laugh.
That'll bring us to
That's
his
fair.
turn. He's grappled from two sides. I'm trying to figure out what he can do, what he could do in this situation. Hmm. All right. He as he sure, let's do that. So, as he feels like he has properly been caught at this point, and life is not necessarily or dying is not necessarily the biggest thing in his interest. He kind of goes slack. You feel him stop fighting you.
I let go of his legs and punch him in the face.
Okay. Go
I
ahead,
wanna-
go ahead
I
and
want
roll
him
the attack with
unconscious.
advantage.
Well, I was gonna ask him questions,
I
but
want him
I'm gonna
unconscious.
ask you.
That'll miss. As he kind of ducks out of the way as you go to punch him. I just
Alright.
gave up. Can you stop trying to punch me?
Who are you?
I'm gonna get up on my hind legs and wrap him in a bear hug
Oh.
Okay.
and just lift him up into the air.
With me?
Yes, with you.
Okay. You're
we find
lifting,
his
you're lifting
leggings?
him and her into the air. Looking down, Illyri as well from his point of view, the bear's not quite tall enough to actually lift him all the way off the ground. You know, bears aren't necessarily good at standing up and lifting, so
Does anyone have
his
manacles?
his tippy toes are still touching the
Yeah.
ground. However, Azra is fully in the air.
I'm gonna try and find Azra's manacles
Okay.
and put them around his ankles.
Okay.
Who are
And-
you? I'm trying to ask him as my feet are dangling.
You hear muffled sounds as his face is fully imprinted into a
Big
bear's
bear.
fur.
Let him move his head a little bit.
Ezra's talking at you. You have no idea what she's saying.
I'm gonna
Ah.
carrying the manacles around the ankle. I'm
Because
gonna
while you
pet the-
still retain your wisdom, you are now a bear, so you do not understand what she is saying.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
I'm gonna fall onto my butt and put him into my lap.
Give me an athletics check to attempt to do that. Ezra, are
feel
you
like
letting
I'm
go of him
essentially-
at this point as well?
No, I feel like I'm essentially cuddling him at this point. Jeez.
You slam into the ground, but don't really consider Azra or his positioning as you do it. So both of them just slam into the ground.
Ow. Really?
I'm gonna give the
take-
bear scritches and be like, drop.
I'm gonna fall onto my back and just like. "Hmm,
And then I'm gonna take my fancy clothes and
I let go. Of,
wrap them
the trap.
around the guy's face like a blind. And then pick him up over my shoulder and carry him.
I still have this guy.
I said drop it.
I'm trying to talk to him.
We got not in the street.
Hey, bub, you doing all right?
Sure, I'm fine. I'm gonna keep going home though. Have a good night.
All right.
You want to try punching him?
He just keeps on walking off because he's just like I'm done with this. Good, you guys have it
Oh.
handled. All right, well, if you guys essentially hog tie him, he goes silent. He doesn't answer any questions.
Yeah, we need to get him somewhere and not question him in the middle of the street.
He's not gonna
Especially-
talk anymore.
Doesn't
Though.
If
he
is
has?
afraid.
He has a bounty on his head. Don't we just take
Yeah.
him to the police?
Well,
We
the
don't
other guy
know
wanted
because we
something
haven't
too.
asked him.
The other guy wanted something too.
Well, where do you find the other guy?
I don't know. Where was the bar?
What are you asking about?
A bar that we met the guy at that said he was gonna have this guy be bait and we were gonna follow
He didn't
him.
actually want the guy. He just wanted us to take care of it and take him either to city guard alive or dead.
All right, let's take him to
I'm
the city
gonna-
guard.
But we gotta
wild
see
shape
if this is
back
who they even want.
Yeah.
to a regular human.
Look, the city guard are going to want him either way. He was mugging someone in the street.
Yeah.
Let's
there- Do we want
What?
to find like an abandoned building and see if we can get him to talk?
we could take him back to
Hold on, let me go look at my city
RN.
guard rules. Doug pulls out the paper.
there is surprisingly no rules that are listed for turning in hostages.
Nailed it.
Let's see here. You a citizen of this city? Is he a citizen of the city?
You ask him.
He doesn't answer you.
I'm going to take that as a no. Okay.
we could take him back to our inn and question
No.
him. I think
We're
I
not
have
taking
a
this
way
guy
of-
home.
Yeah, I
I
don't like the
have a
whole
way
idea of
of
torture
making
and
him
stuff.
talk.
It's kind of
It's not torture. It's just coercive
question.
conversation.
We're not taking him home. No.
We could use the rats.
We can use the rats.
Yeah. Lay him on his tummy, put a couple rats underneath the bucket, heat up the other side of the bucket.
that does not sound. That sounds inappropriate.
Look, I'm not doing anything besides making a bucket warm.
True.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on the drow.
Okay.
He still gets advantage though, right?
Yeah. What's the save on it?
13.
It's a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he still makes it.
Oh, you bitch. Can I start like patting down his body, see if I can find anything?
Sure.
Like his weapons, his stupid shield.
patting him down, you do find a scimitar that he had that you guys saw. You do find the weapon that he has strapped to his waist, which is some sort of metallic device. You're not sure what. You can roll a history check to see if you want to know what it is. Apart from that, you do find a couple of small packs, or you find a bunch of small packets, as well as another pouch that contains 20 small silver balls. There's 20 small metallic balls.
Like
And
ball
with that
bearings?
rolls, you guys don't know. It's bigger than ball bearings. You can't quite tell. You can't quite tell what this other weapon is.
Can I look
Well, I
at the
can
packet?
examine it later.
The packets, yeah. Looking through them, they seem to be filled with, they're filled with some sort of blackish powder, as well as something that looks like it creates a spark.
Okay.
Pop
Basically,
rocks. Oh,
it's
wait.
flint and black powder is what you see, as well as another substance that you don't recognize.
I say we just take him to the guard.
All right.
I'm fine with that.
I want to know where his friend is. He's trying to
Sure.
find his friend.
Oh, I'm gonna
I'm
try one more time and cast Charm Person on him.
Sure. He makes it again.
I'm sure if we take this guy in, the guards will let us ask him a couple of questions if we have any.
Yeah, but they might be more like, no, you can't do this. No, you can't do that.
Can I try again asking who he is?
You ask again who he is. He seems to be quite tight-lipped at this point.
He had no like papers or anything on him.
Looking over him, he doesn't carry any identification that you can see. But most people at this time period don't really carry like paper identification of who they are.
Yeah, just like no notes or anything.
Nope. The only thing he carried is the pouch of metal balls, the spark powder bundles, and his weapons.
Who wants this stuff?
He does have relatively nice boots.
I'm taking his boots.
Okay. You take off his boots.
Okay, well,
I'll
we
hold
should get
on
him to the
weird
guard.
stuff anyway, but we need to get him to the guard.
All right. Can I throw? Wait, are you still holding him?
Yeah.
Would you like me to throw him over my shoulder, or are you gonna cuddle him the whole way?
Oh no, he was the bear let him down. He was technically on the
I
ground,
meant,
so I
Ezra. As far as I know, she's still grappling him.
I didn't think that she was cuddling him anymore when he was fully manacled and blindfolded and
I tried to
manacled
pick
on the
him up.
legs.
And she said, no, she's still holding him.
I thought I was.
Okay, I think you can still be
pick
holding him.
up. No,
I'm
she
just
can
gonna lift
pick
him
him up.
over my shoulder.
Okay. That's my bad. I misunderstood the situation. That's fine.
I mean, if you want to cuddle him, you can. It's fine.
Why is he blindfolded though?
I don't like him.
He's a criminal. They all deserve to be blindfolded.
I don't know. Maybe he can do stuff with his eyes. I don't know. Okay. Where's the? How do we get to the guard's place?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a investigation check. Just for generally trying to figure out exactly where you are in the city, just to see how long it would take you to get to the guard's place. Sure. Burstuck, you roughly know where you are. Off the couple times that you've already been here. And it takes you, with him carrying him on your shoulder, it takes you about an hour to get to the place that you know to turn him into, which was the guard shack on the North Ward. Wait, no, you guys went to the Castle Ward as well.
Yeah.
It would still take you an hour because you'd go to the Castle Ward, and that guard place is not tended to at night, so you'd have to continue up to the North Gate to actually drop him off.
That's fine.
So, upon dropping him off, let me double check this. Yeah, so you drop him off for the city guard. Oh, my song ended. What? Was it not on repeat? No, it was on repeat. Why do you end? Confused now. That's fine. I can play a new song. Sounds way too ominous. No, I don't like that either. Sorry, I apologize. That's better. So, as you guys turn, you turn him over. Have to unblindfold him so they can identify who he is.
I'll take my fancy clothes back.
Well, I'm so happy that I'm being handed into the buffoons.
Blah 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 blah. And I set him down.
Boy, we've been looking for this chap for a few days. He seems to be causing problems.
Yeah, I think he has a friend and he's not very talkative. And I want my manacles back.
And mine.
Cool, yeah, we can do that.
Sweet.
See, as they unmanacle him, one at a time and manacle them with their manacles.
Cool. I get my man.
And they one of them kind of spears and leads him off as he is taken into the guard shack and taken out of your sight.
If you guys get any information out of him, or like where he's been staying or his friend or anything, just send word to Troll Skull Tavern thing.
The city guard will happily take care of the situation. We appreciate you citizens
So
and
if you put up
citizens
another
for doing
bounty,
a
just
wonderful
let us
day.
know.
Here's do you all want the bounty payment for him now?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right, let me go see it. He makes his way back into the guard shack. Are you guys watching him? What he's doing, or are you just waiting?
I mean, I'm confused by his question of when is the alternate time of when we would get paid.
I'm
He didn't
watching.
know. So he comes out with it kind of goes over a smallish book. Looks like a ledger as he kind of flips through it for a couple times, and then you watch as he goes down below this desk that he's working at and pulls out a small chest. Throws coins in it. You'll have to go to the main city office to get the rest of it. I put a paper in it that should be for the city IOU basically. Have a wonderful night, citizens. We appreciate
Don't forget to
the work.
send word to Troll Skull Cavern when you guys can't find the other guy. Okay, bye.
Looking in the bag, you find 75 gold, as well as an IOU for another 75 gold.
All right.
You have a feeling that looking over this is most likely gold that people paid to enter the city. So it's like basically these are tariffs for the people who are entering the city that he paid you out of, so they probably don't have enough gold to pay it off. So, on that note, you guys
Yeah, 15
Can-
gold apiece.
head back to the manor. Oh my god, so bright.
Pass it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant first duck. I didn't take the gold.
Whoever took the gold, you can either pass it out or keep it for funds. It is up to you.
Do you all want to split it, or do you want to hold it as general funds?
Don't care.
Put it for general funds for now for the tavern.
All right.
Sure, general funds.
General funds. Anyways, so you guys make your way back to the tavern for the evening. Is there anything else you would like to do before bed?
Go to bed.
I'm
Sure.
gonna grab a piece of loaf from the kitchen,
Piece of loaf?
munch on it a little, and toss it into the rat room.
A whole loaf or just a piece of the loaf?
Whole loaf.
Okay. Yeah, you take a loaf of bread, and toss the rest of it in there.
I'll have to meet with Davil tomorrow. Who? The guy who gave us this job.
Ah,
So, you guys settle in for the evening, and that's where we'll go ahead and call the session for the evening too.
Already.
'Cause we just hit roughly the 3-hour mark. So,
do we take the long rest now, or you want to wait till?
yeah, you guys can have the long rest now.
Okay.
I mean, that's not me as a DM saying nothing's gonna happen, but you can, yeah, you can take the long rest now. You're fine.
So there's no ghosts in my room tonight. Got it.
Thank you guys, everyone who's watching, for joining us for the evening. This has been our 4th session of Waterdeep Dragonheist. I did just realize right before session that the 3rd episode didn't properly upload to YouTube, so I'll upload this session and that session tonight, so that way they're both up there. So thank you guys for joining us, and make sure you guys join the Discord if you want to get updated information on Stoofs and when sessions are happening. We should be having our next session on Wednesday for our Sotheus the Guild and Beyond, as long as my sleep schedule can actually fix itself. Any of you guys have announcements for this week?
No, I got nothing.
Nah.
All right, fair enough. Stay tuned for the Discord for any other streaming information of stuff that happens, as well as any other fun campaigns that might be happening, or one-shots or anything like that will be announced in my Discord as well. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and thank all you guys for coming Players Supplies. And we'll see you guys again next week for this campaign next Saturday, roughly around 6 p.m. or 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Sotheus. Yeah. Hope you guys have a good night. I'm gonna go ahead and toss a raid to someone. So bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.